Great to see you, everyone. I'm Bobby Broyles, along with Rob Washburn with CA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. We have several big games to take a look at, Rob, but before we break them down, let's begin with some of the top headlines coming out of last week.
Yeah, let's start with how competitive this league has been, which is great for guys like you and me,
Yes.
but probably is causing our coaches to age a lot quicker.
Oh, yeah.
2 more overtime games last week, which brings the total 7 over the first 4 weeks of conference play. UNCW and JMU have already played 3, and Delaware is the only team that hasn't had at least 1. Now throw in the fact that 11 other CA games have been decided by 6 points or less, and nearly half of all conference contests have come down to the wire. Charleston, James Madison, Northeastern were the only teams to post 2-0 marks last week. The Cougars stayed unbeaten at home and climbed within a game of first place. The Dukes shook off a run of close losses and pulled out a pair of thrillers for their first CA wins, and Northeastern shot the lights out to vault into a tie for first place with William & Mary at 6-2. We reached the halfway point in conference play on Thursday, and the top 7 teams in the standings are separated by only 2 games.
Let's begin with one of those teams at the top of the league race, as Northeastern will make the short trip to Hofstra Thursday night at 7 o'clock on CA.TV.
Yeah, what a game this should be, as the Huskies have won 3 straight and 5 of their last 6. The Pride have captured 5 of their last 7. We mentioned Northeastern's hot shooting in the Open, as they shot an incredible 71.4% in a 20-point victory at William & Mary last Thursday, and then hit 67% in the second half to pull away late against Delaware on Saturday. The Huskies are making better than 51% of their shots in CA play with an incredibly balanced attack in which there are only 2 double-figure scorers, but 8 guys are averaging better than 5 points per game. Last Saturday, Donnell Gresham became the 4th different player to lead the team in scoring in 5 games, with 17 second-half points versus the Hens. But the key to the attack, according to many coaches around the league, is point guard Vasa Pusica, who is averaging 16 points and 4.5 assists per game. Hofstra has been equally as impressive offensively, shooting better than 45% from the floor in 8 of their last 9 games. By now, everyone knows about Justin Wright-Foreman, who continues to rank 3rd nationally and scoring at better than 25 points per game, despite being the focus of everyone's defense.
Yep.
But that attention has opened things up for others, including Deshare Bowie, who scored a career-high 20 points in a win over Delaware, and Eli Pemberton, who has 15 double-figure efforts this season. Hofstra got past Northeastern 71-70 at Matthews Arena earlier this month, and I would expect a similar tight contest on Thursday.
The other team sitting tied for first is William & Mary, and they will be looking for some revenge as they travel to Towson on Thursday night at 7 on CA.TV. A big win for the Tribe on the road last Saturday, Rob, to kind of stop that skid a little bit.
Yeah, no question. After suffering back-to-back losses at home by a combined 46 points,
Yep.
William & Mary showed incredible toughness by overcoming an 8-point deficit in the final 6:45 and winning 80-73 at Elon before capacity-crowded Alumni Gym. That victory improved the Tribe to 4-0 in CA road games this season, which should provide plenty of confidence as they head to Siku Arena. Now, William & Mary continues to rank as one of the top offensive teams in the nation, and they have weapons all over the floor, with all 5 starters averaging at least 12 points per game. The key will be whether they can come up with a way defensively to slow down a potent Towson offense that shot 64% in a 99-73 victory in Williamsburg 10 days ago. 6 Tigers tallied double figures in that game, led by super sophomore Zane Martin, who has reached the 20-point mark 11 times this season, and Mike Morcell, who poured in 23 points versus the Tribe. Now, Towson's sitting 4-4 in CA play, with 3 conference losses coming by a total of 8 points. If they can figure out a way to reverse the trend in close games, they're going to be right back in the hunt for the title.
On Saturday at 2 o'clock with our CA Basketball Game of the Week on Sports Live, as Towson will be at home versus Elon.
Yeah, we just talked about how important this week is for Towson's regular season title hopes, and the same can be said for Elon.
Yep.
The Phoenix are also 4-4 after a couple of heartbreaking losses to James Madison and William & Mary last week, and they head out on a 3-game road swing. It sounds like a broken record, but Elon's another team with scores all over the floor, as all 5 of their starters are averaging double figures, led by forward Tyler Seabrain and point guard Danon Swoop. Now, the Phoenix made 8 of 14 from 3-point range in the second half and rallied for a 75-72 victory over Towson back on January 2nd. Along with that strong perimeter shooting in that game, Elon's defense forced 15 turnovers, and they also competed well against the Tigers on the glass. This should be quite a battle on Saturday.
Yes, it should. We wrap up our previews this week with a 3 o'clock matchup Saturday on CA.TV, as James Madison will be on the road versus College of Charleston. Like you said, the Dukes getting a couple wins last week.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the Open, both of these teams actually start the week with a lot of momentum after a pair of wins. 3 of JMU's last 6 games have gone to overtime, so this young Duke squad is growing up in a hurry and showing they can compete. Stuckey Mosley is the CAA's third leading scorer with better than 19 points per game, but JMU is getting great play from freshman guards Matt Lewis and Darius Banks. Lewis has tallied double figures in 7 straight games, while Banks averaged 15 points and 10 rebounds in the 2 wins last week. The confidence gained from last week's victories should help as they visit a veteran Charleston squad, which is a perfect 10-0 at home this season. Guard Joe Chile was spectacular in a victory over Hofstra last Saturday with a career-high 33 points, and backcourt mate Grant Riller was close behind with 25 points on 11 of 14 shooting. Add in All-CAA forward Jarrell Brantley, and the Cougars feature 3 of the most lethal scorers in the league. All that said, Coach Earl Grant said the key to the Cougars' success last week was getting back to where they need to be defensively, and if they continue to do that, Charleston will be tough for anyone to beat.
Now here's the rest of this week's action around CAA basketball.
The month of March is not for the weak. If you want to get to the big dance, the road starts here. Every practice, every game leads to this moment. Win or go home. The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 3rd through 6th. 10 teams, 1 goal: to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
CAAsports.com will have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video, and audio coverage. Also, fans, you can watch all of the CAA.TV action on several devices such as Roku, Amazon Fire, Android TV, and Apple TV by downloading the CAA.TV app that is available now.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CAA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CAA Basketball using the hashtag CAAHoops.
Our CAA on-campus crew was in Charleston this past weekend, and covering this week's In Focus feature, you can check it out Thursday on CAAsports.com and our social media outlets.
Yeah, our crew got the chance to tell the amazing story of Cougar sophomore Osinachi Smart, who returned to his native country of Nigeria last summer to deliver basketball shoes to kids in need. You won't want to miss it.
The crew will be back on the road this week as they head to Philadelphia, and not to see the Super Bowl-bound Eagles, Rob, but to see the Drexel Dragons. Stay tuned to our social media pages for the behind-the-scenes looks from the trip, and next Tuesday on CAAsports.com, we'll have a CAA Hoops feature on the Dragons. That is it from us today. Enjoy the games, everyone.